Hi guys, so today I am not wearing makeup because I wanted to show you my skin because I'm going to be doing a skincare favorites video. But I'm really excited because today's video is sponsored by Crave. I'm really happy because this sponsorship just feels like such a perfect fit because you've seen me talk about the Beet Shield on here and on my Instagram so many times. If I look down, it's because I talked to Crave Beauty because I wanted some notes on their products just so I can be a little accurate. And I can't memorize everything, so I just wrote a little bit down here. So if I look down, that's why. But I'm gonna talk about this. This is the Beet Shield, and I wanna talk about this because it's my favorite. You guys know that, well, if you don't know, I had really bad acne before, and I will leave a link to my acne skincare routine video here. But I had really bad acne before, and one thing that I knew, I don't know what the cause of it was, but one thing that I knew that made it worse was sunscreen. There was just a lot of sunscreens that would make me break out more or make my breakouts even more red and even more inflamed. So after that, I was just really careful about sunscreen, and I still am. And this one has never made me break out. It is really lightweight, so you just don't feel anything too heavy on the skin. A lot of other sunscreens I used are very creamy and thick, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but personally for me, I like it to be lightweight, so it just doesn't feel like my face is clogged or anything. So the Beet Shield is SPF 50, and a couple things that I wanted to mention is that this is a chemical sunscreen. This will go a little bit deeper into your skin and therefore last longer. And then another thing I wanted to mention, because I see this term a lot in skincare, it's free radicals. And free radicals are molecules that are caused from internal and external stressors, like your diet or pollution. But for this, the sunscreen fights off free radicals, and free radicals can cause inflammation and premature aging. And so the sunscreen helps fight off those free radicals, which I thought was really great as well. So I just wanted to mention that because I think that's also really important. And I just didn't know what free radicals were. And so I wanted to throw that in here in case any of you guys are curious. So I only have two more favorites from Crave, but this one is the Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. And this one is just such a good cleanser. It's really lightweight, and I noticed that before I had acne and everything, I would use a lot of cleansers that were like, you know, when you wash your face and then your skin feels really tight and dry, I always used to associate that feeling as very clean, and that is not true. So when your face feels really tight and dry like that, it's because your skin has gotten dehydrated, and that creates an opportunity for oil and sebum, which can cause acne. So anyways, this cleanser is super lightweight. It doesn't strip my skin or make it feel dry at all. It just feels fresh and clean when I'm done using it. It's really gentle, so if you guys are looking for a cleanser, this is really great. I use this in the morning. And then the last one I want to talk about is this. This is the Great Barrier Relief, and this one I've only been using for a couple months now. These two I've been using for quite a long time, and I asked them if I could use this for a couple months before we worked together, because I wanted to make sure that I really like this product and it worked for me. And the way I determined if it worked for me was two ways. So let me explain what this is. So this is a skin barrier repairing serum. And so how you use this is kind of just up to you. It's kind of just dependent on what your skin needs at the moment. And they gave me a lot of information on the Great Barrier Relief, and I am happy to paste that into the description box just for your guys' knowledge. But the thing that I wanted to mention was Tamanu oil. So the Tamanu oil in this serum is supposed to be great for skin regeneration and hyperpigmentation, which is something I struggled with and am struggling with right now, although you can't really see. So let me pull you guys in actually. So this is my skin right now, and you see like these kind of darker spots here. Actually, you can see it better on this side. Yeah. So you see these like kind of dark spots right here. So this is pigmentation, and a lot of people confuse this with scarring. Scarring and pigmentation are very different. I actually don't really deal with acne scarring. I deal with a lot of pigmentation. So I can't really answer questions on that. I get a lot of questions from you guys on what did you do to get rid of your acne scars? I didn't really do anything because I didn't really have scarring. I only had pigmentation. I got those confused too, but I wanted to mention that because that is a very frequent question that I get, and I just don't feel like I can answer that because I haven't gone through it. I also wanted to make a disclaimer. I'm not an expert in any of this. This is just my opinions based on my experience. So, okay. So pigmentation is probably going to take a long time to go away. I'm still dealing with it, and you can see it's still very much there. This side cleared up a lot, and I was pretty stagnant, I think, for my pigmentation. I was using like vitamin C serums and all this other stuff, and it just felt very stagnant. So anyways, I decided to try the Great Barrier Relief because I did see that it was meant to help people with hyperpigmentation as well. And so I've been using it every other night, or every couple other nights, and I just put it on my cheek area and on my forehead. Sometimes I do it to my whole face, but I make sure that I do put it on my cheeks because that's where my pigmentation is, and it seriously has lightened up my pigmentation so much. I mean, especially like on this side, you can really see it. This side is a little bit more stubborn, but it's a lot lighter than it was before. And again, there are other ingredients in it, and they gave me a lot of information on it, so I can write that down below if you guys are interested in hearing about it. I just wanted to mention that one because that was kind of more relevant to how I use the Great Barrier Relief. And then another thing I wanted to talk about was I actually used this. I took this with me when I went to Tahoe, and my skin got so freaking dry when I was there. It was really, really cold, and it snowed a lot one of the nights I was there, and so I was so dry. Like right here, my skin was like flaking here, and I was so like red because it was so cold. I just knew that my skin was not in a really good place, and no matter how much I moisturized and stuff, it was just so dry when I got home. And so the first night I noticed it, I used this, and then I used it a few more times, and then I used it another time after I got home, and seriously, this helped so much. I don't really know what else to say except it helped my skin recover, and I really, really wish that I took a before and an after for it because it was so helpful. And I really, really wish that I remembered to take like a before and after when I used this. I just wasn't thinking about it. I was just like using it because I just wanted to really repair my skin, but it worked so well. But anyways, these are my favorites from Crave Beauty. I will link all that down below if you guys want to snag it. They do sell out, so I would try and check as soon as you can. Oh, and by the way, I feel like some of you guys are gonna ask me this, but for the Great Barrier Relief, you can just put this on. I did it at night. You can just put this on and just use it as a moisturizer if you want. But for me, I don't feel like I can use it just as a moisturizer, so I go in with a cream on top. So these are also gonna all be from one brand. I've mentioned all of these before, but I still really, really like them, so I want to show you guys. I'm just going to tie my hair back because it's getting annoying. So the products I'm going to talk about are from Drunk Elephant, and you guys know in my acne skincare video, I said that I loved them, and it's still true. This one I talked about for specifically my acne, and I think that this really helped a lot. I used a bunch of different night creams when I had acne, and they would all just... they wouldn't make it worse. Some of them would, but they wouldn't make it worse, but they weren't making them better. I didn't see any visible improvements. But when I used this, oh my gosh, it was so good. Like this is my next favorite. This is the Drunk Elephant Glycolic Night Serum. Helped so much with my skin texture, and my skin just started looking more healthier. But this cream is pretty heavy, so if you don't really like thick creams, I'm okay with thick creams at night. I don't really like them during the day, but this is pretty thick, so just wanted to mention that. This is a glycolic night serum. This is an AHA BHA combination, and basically what that does is it helps with the surface and texture of your skin. It's like a exfoliator. It says dramatically improving the appearance of skin tone, texture, fine lines, wrinkles, and pores. The look of greater clarity, luminosity, practically overnight. And actually, really practically overnight. First time I used this in the morning, I really saw a big difference, and that's because I wasn't really exfoliating ever when I was going through my acne stuff, because I always thought of exfoliating as not good, but it is important to exfoliate. Just don't do it too much. I know this says every night, but I've been doing it every other night or every 2 nights. So another thing I wanted to show you, they actually sent me this stuff. This stuff is like a bag, and then it has like all the minis in it. Like, look at this mini polypeptide cream, the mini glycolic night serum. Anyway, so it comes in this little bag like this, and the reason I wanted to mention it is because I've been using this for when I'm traveling, and it's so handy. It has all the stuff I need in it, and there's a lot of room in the bag, so I put like my contacts and my solution in it and stuff. So the next brand I'm going to talk about is Cureology, and this one is my Cureology customized bottle, and again, I'm going to link the acne video down below if you guys want to check it out. But you basically know that this is what saved my skin in combination with this very, very good. You go online, you tell a dermatology provider about your skin concerns, and then they formulate a bottle for you. You keep in contact with them, and then you just see kind of how your skin reacts to it. And for me, it worked really well, and I know a lot of you guys said that it worked really well for you too, so I'm really happy. Just wanted to quickly touch on those because I have to mention them because they are one of my favorites, but I've talked about them so much I don't want to like beat a dead horse. So I wanted to talk about 2 products. This one is the eNature Moringa Cleansing Balm, and I used this for the first time when I was at Ivan's place, and I had really bad acne on my forehead. It hadn't really spread to my cheeks yet, and he offered for me to try this because I had been using oils at the time. And so I used this cleansing balm, and in the morning I noticed that my acne on my forehead had went down a bit. I'm not really sure if what is in this that helped my skin so much, but I did try another cleansing balm by Farmacy. Let me just double check something really quick. I tried this other cleansing balm by Farmacy because I didn't have time to order the Moringa cleansing balm in time for a trip, so I ordered that one. So it is called the Farmacy Green Clean Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm. I also mentioned this in my acne video, and that sunscreen also uses moringa extract, and so maybe it's that ingredient or part of the cleansing balm that helped so much. But anyways, those 2 are so good, my favorite cleansing balms, and I use this first and then I go in with a gentle cleanser afterwards. And I mentioned this product on my Instagram because I had noticed that my skin was feeling a little bit more dry lately. And so I decided to try hydrating serums to layer under my moisturizers during the day. And I tried this. This is the Innisfree Intensive Hydrating Serum. I love this. Using this throughout, whenever I use this in the morning, throughout the day, my skin doesn't feel dry. Whenever I put on moisturizer in the morning, it feels really good. And then throughout the day, my skin feels a little bit dry. And I don't know if it's because I should be reapplying the moisturizer or anything, but I use this under my moisturizer in the morning and my skin doesn't feel dry throughout the day. It's really lightweight, and I know a lot of you guys like it because when I was talking about it, a lot of you were telling me, oh my god, it's so good, I'm so glad you tried it. So I'm sure all of you have tried this and know what it is, but if you guys are dealing with a little bit of dryness, this is really nice. It does have a really strong smell to it, but I find it really, I don't really know how to explain it. It smells very fresh to me. And then another Innisfree product is this. This is the Intensive Hydrating Eye Roll-On. This is really cool because it looks like this, and then you pump it, and then a little bit of the product comes out, and then you just run it or rub it under your eyes, like gently massage it under your eyes. And I like it because whenever I'm using my fingers for eye creams, sometimes I kind of like days off and I start going like this, which is not very good. I shouldn't be like tugging on the skin. I should be patting it in. But for this one, it's kind of just made for you not to be too rough on your eyes But another eye cream that I really like is this one. This is the Moisturizing Eye Balm from LYFT. And the reason I like these two is because they're very hydrating on the eyes. With this one, you can really feel like your eyes feel very cool and refreshed, like the instant you start patting it into your skin. I really like this one. Quickly wanted to show you this. This is the COSRX Pimple Patches. I really like these for when I had acne. I used to buy them so much because I had so much acne. Now I carry like one or two, but they're very good. One tip is that I don't ever really use the tiny circles, the tiny patches on here, because they don't really work. I always go for the large to medium ones. Even if the pimple is a little bit small, I just think that they work a lot better. Okay, so these are the last two I'm going to talk about. This is from Neogen, the next two. This is another cleanser. This is the Real Fresh Foam Green Tea. Sorry, I don't have a new one to show you. This one's almost out. But I use this for at night, and I used this when I had acne too, and it was just so gentle on my skin, and I just really like it. I also really like it because it lasts a really long time. And then the last thing from Neogen I want to show you guys is this. This is the Neogen Joan Day and Joan Night cream. And I'm also not just saying this because Joan is my friend. I'm saying this because I actually do really like it. So this is the cream. You can see I've used it. Jimmy uses it too. But we personally, me and Jimmy, and actually got some for my roommate Joan, we actually like this side a lot. The green side is really good, but it's a little bit too thick for me, and I think we kind of have the same taste in day moisturizers where we like it to be really light. So this side is green tea and this side is lavender, and the scent is really fresh and light. And this side, I think the green tea side has vitamin C, and then the lavender side has vitamin E. And this is a really nice lightweight, kind of very hydrating kind of cream. So if you're looking for something like that, and it's very convenient because it's in one bottle, so you don't have to have two separate things. But that is it. I know that was a lot of talking and showing you of products, but I have a lot of skincare favorites, and this is actually me narrowing it down. But I know skincare can be very overwhelming and very burdensome, but I do encourage you to just take your time with it, and slowly try new things and be careful with your skin, and to be patient, because nothing is going to magically cure your skin overnight. And I think that is a big misconception on a lot of people. I know that there's a lot of videos and claims that are like, how to do this in a week, or how to do this and blah blah blah. But it honestly, okay, it may have worked for those people, but for me, it took a really long time, and it's still taking time to figure out what a good routine for me. I have my routines now and I really like them, but it's always changing, you know, and there's still my pigmentation that I would like for to go away, and I'm still working on that. And yeah, I just want to say that I know it's confusing and burdensome, and this video is mainly for people that kind of already know what they're doing with their skincare and just kind of want to see some different recs, or want to see my opinions or my favorites on skincare. But if you guys are new to it, I would definitely suggest watching videos is very helpful, because you can kind of see generally how the steps in most skincare goes, and what each kind of type of product does. But it does get overwhelming because there are people who do 7 steps and there are people who only do like 3 or 1 or 2, you know. But everyone's skin is different. Just be patient and take your time, and it's okay to get frustrated, but try not to give up is what I always say. Because for me, I think that was the hardest part, was I was investing so much money in all these products and I just felt like nothing was working for me, and so I wanted to give up, and that was the hardest part for me. So if you're a beginner, sorry if this was really burdensome. You can watch my morning and night routines if you want something a little more straightforward, to the point, like what I use. So yeah, I'll link those down below. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking because I've been talking so much and I don't know how long this video is now. But anyways, thank you again for Crave Beauty for sponsoring me. It's seriously like such a dream come true, because I just use your products I don't know, it was just such a perfect fit. So thank you so much for that, and thank you to you guys for watching my videos, and of course being the reason that I get opportunities like this and I get to just share stuff like this with you. So okay, I'll talk to you later. Come here, we gotta say bye-bye to our friends. Say bye-bye, Pepper. Do 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 do.